Welcome to this week's edition of Our Degree News, our weekly video update to keep you informed about the exciting events here at Our Degree Junior School. Well, this week we've welcomed Year 2 into the Junior School. We have 2 Year 2 classes who are with us until the repairs to the reception area have been completed. It's been really good to see them, and today we had all of Year 2 across, and they enjoyed a presentation from some of our Year 6. A piece of drama written and performed by some girls, and they were just trying to help the children understand a little bit more about life here at Our Degree Junior School. So Year 2, we are really delighted to have you here, and Year 6 children, that was an excellent performance. Thank you so much for that. It's been a busy week. We've welcomed a Stone Age theatre group working with Year 3. We've also had a rugby festival, I think even today, and the children got the opportunity to participate with other Havering schools. I think there's about 40 children involved in that. So I hope they got their breath back, and I hope they enjoyed the experience. And coming up next week, we have a pentathlon event here at school. We welcome Carly Burrows, and she'll be working with all the children in every class, putting them through their paces as we focus on keeping fit and on pentathlon activities. So children, I know you will look forward to that. A final reminder that this week on Friday we are celebrating World Book Day, which was postponed because of the snow. And just to remind you, we're asking the children would come in non-school uniform. They can of course come as a character if they want to, but what we're asking is the children will make a donation from their pocket money, which will allow us to buy some books for children who don't have any books. You'll be aware that Mrs. Lomas, one of our Year 5 teachers, is visiting some orphanages in Romania during the Easter holidays, and we actually want to send her equipped with some books to share with the children she meets in the orphanages. So we've asked the children to donate some pocket money. They're going to come to school and discuss what is their favourite book, and we want Mrs. Lomas to give a book to children who perhaps don't even have a book. Who knows, in the future that might well be their favourite book too. School Council are organising also a cake sale, and proceeds from that will also go towards the trip to Romania, and that will be used to buy some art and craft activities for the team to work with the children without there. So an exciting week coming up. Can I just thank you for your support of the infant school with the flooding that's been going on there. The rooms have been cleared, the equipment has been cleared. We're working with the loss adjusters to get back to business as normal, but thank you for your support, it's much appreciated. Don't forget there still is a Just Giving page if you haven't yet done so. So on behalf of myself and staff, have a great week, and we will leave you as usual with some written work read to you from some of our children. I think this week it's Sammy who's going to share a recount he wrote just last week in one of his literacy lessons. Bye-bye.
Wing It. Once there was an old, shabby, isolated barn. It was the kind of barn that looked abandoned. It was red, white, and surrounded by the golden sands of the desert. In front of a broken, tatty wall sat Sherman at his desk. Time passed, but Sherman still couldn't think of a mind-blowing invention that'd make him famous. There was an orange light in the corner of the room, illuminating his face and a picture of him and his grandfather. All Sherman ever tried to do was please his grandfather had he been alive. He raised up his head and gazed towards his wall of failure and read a newspaper reading, "Give up, Sherman." But his old man had scribbled in red pen, "Never before give up." That always gave Sherman motivation. Sherman's physical form had started to power down. His muscles weakened as he laid down his heavy head on his memory foam pillow. His pupils dilated as he looked at a spinning nightlight, revealing the picture of a bird, which was soaring through the midnight sky. He had now delved deeply into his dreams, thinking of how he could improve his flying machine. If he were to create it, the world would be different. He would become famous. Sherman engulfed the solar power of the radiating sun as he raised up his arms and jumped out of bed, his brain full of ideas, yet a sliver of suspicion. How could he think of such an amazing idea overnight? The young, hard-working boy went off to work. He grabbed his yellow pencil and started drawing plans. He started working for minutes. Minutes turned to hours, and hours turned to days. Eventually, it was complete. It was a flying boat. He dubbed it the SS Sherman. Pleased with what he had done, Sherman stood back and admired his work. There was only one way to find out if he had achieved what he had been hoping. He had to test it. Nervously, he hopped in while slapping on his goggles. The compass was flicked and the lever was pushed. The kettle steam was as white as fog, and it threw itself across into the steel ladles, powering up the machine and moving cogs. A fantastic flying machine which he created was now moving, slowly but surely. It completely demolished the barn's ice-white doors. It could drive, but could it fly? Sherman fell off the cliff with tears of regret. He soared down. He was about to hit sharp rocks and endless miles of sound. Then he pushed the last lever and jungle green wings flipped out of the sides, and before he knew, he was flying through the puffs of white cloud. He had achieved something by himself finally, or so he thought.